And finally tonight, something fishy was afoot in Livingston Manor this weekend. The town's annual trout parade, which raised proceeds for the school arts and music programs, celebrated fish and fun of all persuasion. Reporter Doug Short took to the streets and swallowed the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
We're really happy to be part of this hysterical parade.
Yes, Livingston Manor's trout parade was happily hysterical, and yes, it was equally historical.
The theme of the parade is fish, the theme of the parade is trout. That's what I'm holding with me now, and I think it's just a wonderful thing for Sullivan County, especially on our 200th-year bicentennial that we're celebrating this year, that Livingston Manor would be able to do such a parade and such a fine job.
Such a fine parade populated by pedestrian fish of all persuasions.
When they broached the idea of a trout parade, I said, well, I'll make a trout.
Make a trout, this master puppeteer did, inspired by the lore of local legendary fisherman Johnny Darling.
Johnny Darling was a character who actually lived here in Sullivan County in the 19th century. Johnny Darling is a teller of tall tales.
Well, what celebrated fisherman doesn't have a few tall trout tales to tell?
The good fishermen, the really skilled fishermen, can always pull a few trout out of the hat.
These trout were pulled out of a tank.
The trout came from the big fish tank. It accompanied us on in the whole parade, and now they're back in the water.
And those trout that trekked in this trout parade are now fishermen's fodder.
This trout parade is awesome. I'm personally a trout fisherman myself. Often spend many hours of the day on the Beaverkill River fishing for rainbow trout and brook trout. So I was very excited to come in and see that they were having this wonderful celebration.
This whole area is the trout heaven, and everyone from around the world comes here to go trout fishing.
#1 location for trout fishing on the East Coast.
You know, I know they said there were lots of fish here at Livingston Manor, but I haven't even had a nibble. Maybe I should see if the sound bites are biting. Hey, there's a sound bite now.
This trout parade is awesome!
Hey, there's another sound bite.
I wouldn't miss the trout parade for anything.
The sound bites are all over the place here at Livingston Manor. There's one more sound bite.
The trout parade is fantastic.
Plenty of sound bites here at Livingston Manor. And hey, I think I finally got myself a trout. Whoa, yeah, and look at the size of them. Boy, they were right. Lots of trout here at the trout parade in Livingston Manor. I'm Doug Short, Cable 6 News.